Hello, welcome back to Running Raleigh. Today we're taking a look at visualizing the goal. This is the website called Running in the USA. I like to use it to find any races that I'm looking for. It's not the best website to register for races on, but it'll get you to the main page of those races. I apologize, the top bar is cut off. But as you can see over here, you got all kind of different categories that you can use to narrow down your search. I like to go search by state. So you got the US here, and narrow down by North Carolina. These are all August races in North Carolina. You can see you got 728 just in North Carolina. Okay, wow. Yep, tons of races. So we can zoom in to Raleigh a little bit more, and these are all, as I said, these are all upcoming races in the near future. So they're all in August. And you can narrow it down by month here. You can set dates from to, if you're looking to run a specific race in a given time window, if that is your constraint. You can set a locale and a maximum distance within certain from a certain city. I liked how they changed it so you can scroll across maps. It used to be when you scroll across, you zoomed in or you zoomed out, depending on which direction you were going, but I'm glad they fixed that with the little control thing there. Okay, let's go back to states, and we're going to be looking for the state of Virginia, because that is where Richmond is. Okay, we need to narrow this down a little bit more. We got tons of races, and some of them are upcoming sooner than November. Okay, let's go to classic races, marathon, November, there, and we got 2 races, cross country trail and then Richmond Marathon right here. All right, and now we're on the marathon webpage. This is a much nicer looking website. You got all these tabs, got a countdown here, 86 days, 6 hours, 43 minutes, 42 seconds. You got tons of tabs, good scenery here for the pictures. All right, some of these pictures, it looks like it was a chilly time of year with the long sleeves and the pants on and the hats. That's good because you won't have to worry about heat exhaustion, but it does take a lot more energy out of you. All right, first thing I do is look at the course maps whenever I'm perusing a race. Got the marathon course map here. And okay, so we got to start here, mile, water, Red Cross, goes up and around, then ends close to the start. So the spectators don't have to walk too far. Oh, perish the thought. Okay, so here you got an elevation profile here. Sorry, the left side is cut off, but that's just the elevation in feet. You never change more than 100 feet. Goes up and then down here, down there. So like it starts out pretty smooth, down and a little dip there, then up, dip, up, big hill, and then it's kind of flat, trending down for the last part of the race, which will be nice. It's probably another reason it's the friendliest marathon. Okay, you gotta... Okay, let's go to registration here. And see what the details are. Price-wise, time-wise, pickup information, that kind of thing. You got three separate events, looks like it's going on, the 8K half marathon and then the full marathon. You got your fees here. There's also a kids run. Okay, that's nice. $10. Tough kids. So I'll be signing up the July 1st to September 30th, $105. It could have been $70, but it's going to be $105. Yay. It's the price you got to pay for glory, I suppose. Okay. Let's, you got these 6 modules here. And I will fill this out for the Anthem Richmond Marathon. Participant name, Adam. Alright, now they got back with me with the registration information. Most important thing to see here is the predicted time of finish, 4 hours, 45 minutes, which is a little conservative. I think it'll be about half an hour under that if all goes according to plan. And let's take a look at the big picture. Alright, as you can see here, this is the Earth, and the marathon will be right around here. So it'll start there and then kind of go around and then go up and then end, and that's pretty much it. Or we could take a closer look. All right, Richmond, Richmond, Richmond. Here we go. Got this riverway here, the James River. Great, beautiful scenery, all kind of parks everywhere, golf courses, a river road. Here you can see the general area where the race will take place, but you can't exactly see what roads they'll be on. So we go back here to the map on the website. You see it starts there and looks like West Broad Street. Goes along here, and then so let's see where West Broad Street is here on maps. Okay, you got a park there. West Broad Street looks like it's a big old road going through the center of town. Let's see. Okay, then it takes a turn left. On to Monument Avenue, and then lots of other turns, and I'm looking for Huguenot Road and then Riverside Drive over to the west. Huguenot Road right there. Okay, Riverside Drive. The run will be down that, down here. Let's see, as it passes the 76 highway, goes down and then up the next bridge. Okay, now I'm going to map out the course in Google Maps so that I know exactly where it leads. Now we're back. I mapped out 26.2 miles in Google Maps using the distance tool measurement device. And okay, now we're going to take a look at the route. Alright, we got the Edgar Allan Poe Museum there. We got Virginia State Capitol. A whole bunch of nice places to go and check out if you're historically minded, I suppose. The Richmond Coliseum, that looks like a cool place. Let's get the aerial view here. It's much better. Okay. Oh, Walmart. What? Oh, yeah. Okay. This is the southern town. Chipotle, Mexican Grill. Definitely worth visiting. Robert E. Lee Memorial. And what else we got here? Turns left. Okay, this is Monument. Was it Avenue? Yeah, Monument Avenue. So here, turns left. Goes over to this park, or it's a country club, Stonewall Court. Turns left onto Huguenot Road. Oh, and then this beautiful riverway here. Nice. We got some shoals here. Got what looks like a miniature waterfall. Another one over there. Cool. Just goes down in here into neighborhoods. There's a golf course. Hopefully it crosses over that highway. Got some more neighborhoods. Neighborhoods. Hope they don't mind their day being ruined by 30,000 runners. Okay, then we cross the James River again. Some more golf course and cemetery. Yeah, I heard from a guy that had run this. This is a very scenic marathon. So there's a lot to see. Science Museum in Virginia. Nice, definitely worth visiting. Baseball field goes up into, looks like some suburbs up here. Then looks like they had to add an awkward quarter mile in there somehow before heading back toward the finish line or the final leg. Walmart again. Gotta surround that Walmart, get some business. And we end at Gamble's Hill Park. Okay, now it is time for the runner's tip. This tip I call rest on the downhill. Can't tell you how many people I see who will sprint down the downhill because it's so easy, they don't have to expend too much energy, and then they're just burnt out as they get up to the upward end of the dip and start plugging away at the uphill, and they're worn out. What I like to do is just take it easy. Don't decrease speed, don't increase speed on the downhill, but just focus on my breathing, focus on foot placement, and this not only helps you to conserve energy, but it also helps your joints. Going downhill, you're using different muscles, but you're also shocking your skeletal system a lot more than when you're going uphill. So I like to take it easy on the downhill and then really, really push on the uphill. The uphill is where you pass all the people. And the downhill is where you should be resting and thinking strategically. And for our verse in context, I thought we could take a look at Philippians 4:13, which says, I can do all things through Christ which strengtheneth me. Now, this is something that Paul said or wrote in a letter to the Philippians. This was a church that he loved very much. Throughout the book, he is repeatedly telling them how much they mean to him and how dearly he misses them. Like at the beginning of chapter 4, he says, Therefore, my brethren, dearly beloved and longed for, my joy and my crown, so stand fast in the Lord, my dearly beloved. So, he loves these guys. So this is the end of his letter to the church at Philippi. This is the same chapter that says, Be careful for nothing, but in everything, by prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known unto God. And the peace of God, which passeth all understanding, shall keep your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus. And then he says, Finally, my brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue, if there be any praise, think on these things. And then he goes on to talk about his suffering. He says, But I rejoice in the Lord greatly that now at the last your care of me hath flourished again, wherein ye were also careful, but ye lacked opportunity. Not that I speak in respect of want, for I have learned, in whatsoever state I am, therewith to be content. I know how to be abased, and I know how to abound. Everywhere and in all things I am instructed both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer need. Now, we can read this verse. I can do all things through Christ which strengtheneth me. But then he reminds them, he's very thoughtful. He says, after I can do all things through Christ which strengtheneth me, he says, Notwithstanding, ye have well done that ye did communicate with my affliction. He's saying, I appreciate how much you have thought about me, how much you've cared for me, and he's not marginalizing their care of him just because the Lord has taught him this great lesson. Paul, when he's in prison, he's saying to his beloved brethren, the Philippians, I can do all things through Christ which strengtheneth me.
Come along, let us put it up together. Come along, be it fair or stormy weather, with the hills of home before us and the park below the heather. Let us sing in happy chorus. Come along.